And welcome everyone to a Scout Sim Entertainment 5v3 at Bahr Sagarth. Today's replay was sent to me by JevAndMe. And before we get started, if you'd like to see me through other Reforged replays or other Total War replays like Rome 2, Total War, Warhammer 2, I'm always looking out for those ones as well as Britannia if you've got any to spare. There are our links at the bottom of your screen and also in the description below. There's also a PayPal option, Subscribe Star, Patreon, or Streamman's donation link if you'd like to support my work. But if those aren't options for you, then please remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, tick that bell for notifications, and leave your own thoughts about this battle in the comment section below. And with that, let's get on with the replay. So, JevAndMe is commanding the realm of Angmar today. We've got 2 units of Barrow Whites here. We've got some Slugger Archers as well. We've got a Catapult, we got the works. We've got Witcher on Pikemen here, armoured up. Gundabad Guard here. 2 units of Blackwatch Legion armoured up. Now, I'm very curious to know why he brought Blackwatch Legion to a battle where he's the defender. I get it for attackers, absolutely. But in terms of defense, Blackwatch Legion is more of an offensive pushing unit. I mean, I guess he can use it to shore up his defense when it looks like the attackers are going to break through. But it's still a little bit iffy about him bringing Blackwatch Legion. We'll see how it works out for him. We've got 2 units of Guardians of Kharndoom here, armoured up. Another unit of Slugger Archers. Goblin Trackers here, 2 units. Some Witches. Trolls are going to bad, Trolls of Angmar. We've got some Goblin Band to act as a cannon fodder unit. We've got some Recon Pikemen here, armoured up, and some Recon Inquisitors. So a good army there for Angmar, with the exception of the Blackwatch Legion. I feel like I need to be a bit critical of him on that one. But if he does well and I'm wrong, then I'll apologise. I suppose is the only way to really put it. Next we have the Shire, commanded by Jean Lanez, who's commanding the realm. He's got some powerful protectors here. The rest of the army is over here. We got some more powerful protectors. We got some Ents, we got some Badwins, we got the rest of the army invisible still at this present time. Next we have Khazad-dûm, commanded by Katati, a veteran of Reforged. We got Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. We got Hammers of Gunbad here, 2 units. Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, I think 2 units. We got 2nd Legion Axe Guard, a couple units I think total. 4th Legion Shield Guard, I think maybe 2 units around here somewhere. Yeah, we do. We got some 1st Legion Pikes, Mithril Guard, 2 units of Sons of the Fallen, 2 units of Mercenary Crossbows, some Legion Bodyguard, and some Guards of Khazad-dûm. 2 units of 3rd Legion Infantry, and lastly some Orc Hunters of Khazad-dûm. And that brings us to the first of 5 attackers, the first of which is Arthedain, commanded by Maggio. We've got some Dismounted Knights of Numinas, generals in that unit. We've got some Arthedain men-at-arms here. We've got Dune and Peacekeepers. Doesn't look like Arthedain opted for any of the armor upgrades available to Arthedain today. So Maggio's gone for a more numerically based force than a more elite styled force they would see. Where I suppose the easiest way to picture it is just imagining an army like Gondor, where they've got the full plated armor on all their troops. So hopefully that doesn't work against them. We got some Dismounted Foremost Air Knights here. We've got 3 units of Arthedain Pikemen here. We've got Numinas Gate Guards, Dune and Peacekeepers, Dismounted Foremost Air Knights, Arthedain Marksmen, Wardens of the North, and Abaddon Archers here, armoured up. Curiously, he armoured up that unit. Next we have Mirkwood, commanded by Proper Gravy, who also doesn't look like he opted for any of the armour upgrades available to him. We've got High Lane 200 Heavy Swords, High Earth Sword and Shields, High Ek Spear and Shields, Wooden Protectors here, 2 units, and Elven King's Palace Guard. Next, third attacker is Lothorian, commanded by Sigmas Furs. He's got some Watchers of the Golden Wood, Karas Kalhon Guardians, and we'll come back to him later. Next we have Dunland, everyone's favourite frog, on the run from the French constantly. We've got some Half-Orc Spearguard here, Vanguard, Spears of Orthanc, more Spearguard and more Vanguard. Again, that's all we can see. Next we have, and finally, Rudar, commanded by Warnima 25. So Woe here's got 2 units of Harridan Pikemen, Dunman Spearmen here, couple of units. Entomos Troll Hunters here, couple of units. Rudar Clansmen, 2 units. Dunman Hunters, also 2 units, and the rest is invisible to me. And so we'll do a small cut here, guys, and come back once all the units are visible and the attack is closer to start. Okay, guys, the battle has begun. We've got Recon Pikemen going in with the Barrow Whites acting as cover for the Pikemen. Pikemen are armored up. They should be able to last a while. I don't know if they have the attack armor upgrade, I can never really tell. if they have that. Now they're standing a little bit too far away from the battle line here. The pikemen need to get in closer for their own protection, for their own safety, really. We've got some Dullian veterans here. Looks like Froggy decided to go in first. These are all his units. The Glatho trackers are a little bit too close here to the front lines. It might affect their accuracy. With the Goblin Band acting as a meat barrier, pretty much, to the rest of the forces. That could be their purpose when Jev decides to pull back. If he pulls back. We've got some movement out here. What's going on? The bad ones are going hunting. An army of cuddly bears, don't they? They really look like, don't they? Hey, we've got eagles. Eagles and farmers of Buckland. Spears of Orthanc firing on them right now. Oh no, Riders of Orthanc. Oh, Eagles knocked over the Laurenate archers. Didn't just knock them over, they annihilated them. There was none left. That was just one pass. They come around for the other unit, maybe. Where are the bad ones? Chasing the mounted company, it would seem. Targeting the Rudar swordsman. Took out about 60, roughly. What's going on over here now? Looks like mounted company charged into the farmers of Buckland, where we saw the eagles earlier. Eagles in the back causing some chaos. I think Jean has lost sight of his balance. Or Jean. Okay, Eagles taking a lot of casualties, there's only 2 of them left. Don't know if they got their money's worth. They did get a few kills. The bad ones, what are we down to? Only a few bad ones actually. The Riders of Orthanc certainly did a number on the bad ones. They helped out the mounted company for sure. And they're broken. So a big loss there for the Shire. But, nice sneak attack. They did ambush the troops. The other pikemen still easily combating the light infantry. Now, it doesn't look like Jev has actually lost too many pikemen at all from the original unit. Froggy is exhausting the troops to a degree, but I don't think he's getting his money's worth. He's only been able to inflict minor casualties on Angmar so far. And right now, Jev is looking pretty comfortable. Well, what's left of the Laurenate Archer unit coming in. Froggy has really stacked up his entire force here. Could you imagine if the witches managed to get their bolts into this blob or a trebuchet shot? Oh man, the casualties would be enormous. Probably be one of the juiciest hits we've ever seen. Both trackers firing into the Snagger Archers, getting some minor kills here. Both of these units here are light tier archer units. Both takes a long time to bring down the other. Or any troops in general. It'll take Sigma a long time to use the ammo from that unit. Just imagine if he managed to wheel around the Eagles and take out the second Lothorian Archer unit. The loss for Sigma will be very hard to comprehend. He might have the Watchers of the Golden Wood and Kindred of Celeborn, but to lose that many archers of that quality so quickly would be devastating to his army. He's still got one full unit, so he was lucky the Eagles didn't turn around and go after the second unit. But he lost pretty much all of the first. Okay, it looks like Proper is just gearing up for his assault. Magyar's moved up some units as well, but what are they trying to do here? Good choice, Proper. He's not really getting the good angle on those troops. Look, it does look like they took out a few, but most of the units are still intact. In fact, he's redeploying it over here. How about Jev? He doesn't really need it. Sagarth is down to 25. Trollshot Axo is a unit of 68 coming in. I think maybe there was some units to the Snagar Archers before, because this is where all the dead bodies of the Trollshot Axos are. So Froggy's trying it again, and right now his target is wide open to him. This is probably very annoying for Froggy that most of the unit isn't firing, because as you can see, there's nothing between them and their enemy. They can easily, well, you'd think they'd be easily shoot over the Gwetho trackers, but only a few are. Just a few. And Jev not using the barrel wides for what they're really there for, which is to protect his pikemen.
We're under attack.
Alright, they broke the Gwetho trackers. A couple of axes got into the pikemen, but no. Axo's getting out of there. The Eagles still in the back. I don't know when we'll see them again. We've got Spears of Warthank firing in. Barrel White's not offering the pikemen too much protection there. Now this is not good. You've got the pikemen exposing themselves to the axe throwers. This is an ideal unit to use javelins or axe throwers, because it takes them down faster, much faster than arrow fire. The best kind of units to use on pikemen, or which on pikemen, armoured up, is probably the Blacklock Engineers. Or Dragon's Wrath crossbows. Then I think the next is Kindred of Celeborn, Watchers of the Golden Wood. And then we sort of just stick to the Elven Archer units after that. Now, the Trollshot Axos could be targeting the pikemen, and all the axes are just hitting the barrel whites. In which case, the barrel whites are doing their job. See, the barrel whites are like a sponge. You just keep absorbing those axes and say, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" You gotta love the barrel whites for that quality. Okay, so we got the Ents here. What are they shooting at? Hobbitry and arms.
We're under attack.
Okay, so the defenders have invited the attackers straight in. I mean, attackers should take full advantage of this. I mean, they've got plenty of space to move once they get around the corner there. Just spread themselves out. There's only a few units here to deal with, and they can charge into the other choke points. Up the hill and try to move this way to outflank Jev and his men. I mean, Katati has a lot of forces here stationed. It's like Katati wants to defend these choke points, leading to Jev. The war's trying to make it hard for the attackers to proceed this way. He's got troops stationed at different points along the way. But this is probably a mistake, to just throw in the Ents like this. Probably should save the Ents when they got other support from their troops. See, Ents do always have a great charge with it, but I guess you shouldn't ever throw trolls or Ents into a force by themselves unless they're backed up by another unit of trolls or another unit of infantry. You want to try and keep them alive and fighting for as long as possible. You want to alleviate that pressure on them. Okay, snagger skirmishes. No forces up on the hill there. Judging from the area that the Sagarth skirmishers are focusing on, it's clear they're trying to target the pikemen. Barwights just keep getting in the way. The Barwights just don't want to die. Unless the attackers have crossbows, it's probably not worth taking out the lower end archers. It would take too many volleys. And archers all the way back there are not the most accurate to rely upon. Got a barrel right on the hill there. What we got there? I can't find the eagle. I think the eagles have been used. Okay, this is alright. Who's firing in? We got Tuki Hunters here, 2 units in fact. Is it 2 units or just 1? No, that's 2. Outer marchers are being armoured up. Should be able to handle that fire for some time. Don't often see an arrow kill an ant. Except in the two towers, of course. Accuracy for Arthedain is not that good. Maggia needs to get other troops up here. Well, then protectors. A little bit early to bring them up. The only troops that can really hit are the Ents, and even so, they've got their own troops in the way. So why bring them up? Proper trying to get them into cover, but most of them are still exposed anyway. Crowd for protectors. Gearing up for a fight. Puppetry and arms not charging into the Arthedain men-at-arms. It's just a lot of staring off here. Okay. Oh, that did the job. A lot of friendly fire there, though. So I think the right way to describe this is sort of like a tattered defense. We've got troops here, there, everywhere. No, not a cohesive force, just pushing back against the attackers here. Skirmishers out of ammunition. We've got Spears of Warthank lobbing their crossbow bolts over, famous trait of all the crossbow units. We've got at least about 15, 17 firing. The Barrow Whites finally succumbing to the numbers of the attackers. It's about time. They've been shot, they've been jabbed, they've been axed, all to the max, and they're still standing. So that's why the Barrow Whites are very famous for just being, what's the word? Gluttons for punishment. Arthedain men-at-arms in loose formation charging into Ents is never a good idea. But that was certainly a good idea. Good javelin volley there. Maggio getting in his Evident archers. Close quarter combat. Oh, good. This will definitely speed things up. A unit of Arthedain men-at-arms trying to bring down Ents will take a very long time. So that's why I said, how do I describe what we're seeing? We're seeing the Ents die in very slow motion. Oh boy. That's why attackers and defenders, you've got to sort of step up your game a little bit. You know, if you're trying to exploit a weakness or try and take down some elite or troublesome troops, just have a strategy. Just get some javelins in there, get some more men. Obviously, we've got to be mindful of the crossbows, archers nearby. But you got to break through. You got to figure out how to outsmart your opponent and get through the lines. So, where's the challenge? We've got Snugger archers here. See, Jev's own Barrow Whites here are messing up his own Snugger archers here. See, that arrow fire looks intimidating, but it's hardly touching anybody. And that's hard to believe. They're in tight formation and the Snugger archers are hardly hitting them. Like maybe 1 or 2 hits out of all those arrows. Snugger is not good, or not known for their accuracy. They're really only that good if they're firing into a massive blob. Makes it really hard to miss. Okay, so what are the Spears of War think going to be shooting at next? Here we go. Okay. So second Legion Axe Guard coming in. I didn't see any Iron Watcher Mirror. That would have definitely been a bit more interesting to see if Cuzzledom brought them. All Cunters, Cuzzledom, all Cunters. I'm just trying to see whether or not I missed it. You know, I hope he has them. You love that. You gotta love that attack. But I don't see it. I don't think he brought him. Well, we'll have to hope he has enough to get the job done. Legion Infantry, Sons of the Fallen. Legion Bodyguard and Cuzzledom Reclaimers. Yep, don't see anything. Alright. Hobbitry Arms going in. Good for Jean. I wonder if it's Jean or Jean. Please let me know in the chat, because I think I got pinged on this for somebody who was named Jean. It was spelled Jean, but because he was French, he was actually Jean. So just correct me in the chat below how you say that name. And you can just tell me how to correct it by saying it's French and it's meant to be, yeah, French sounding. So French sounding will be Jean, okay? English will be Jean. Don't want to get it wrong next time. Okay, doing our Peacekeepers, High Sword and Shields. Hobbitry and Arms need support. He's almost sending those guys to die, really. Hobbitry Arms are a good unit, but they need support. Like a lot of light tier troops. Hobbitry Arms are AP, last time I checked. There's some good arrow fire coming in there from Bembros Brass Archers. They're the best archer unit in the Shire arsenal. Crossbows is in a league of its own. Gotta love the Proudfoot Protectors. They are a great crossbow and pike unit. Better than the Spears of War, in my opinion.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Okay, High-Paying Archers loading up. Now, it's easy to understand why Proper is in tight formation, because he has to be. If he's in loose formation, potentially he can get some arrows into the side of the hills here, but he's going to go for it. He's putting himself into loose formation. It's probably why he didn't earlier, but the Bamboo Brass Archers are getting a few kills here. And so he wants to slow that rate down a little bit. And the Bamboo Brass Archers aren't taking too many casualties. Now, of course, the Elves are far more accurate than the Bamboo Brass Archers. But out of 75 or so, they're down to 51 already, so they lost before. Oh no, 5 or 6 there in that volley there. We do have 90 or so arrows coming in per volley. 82 now. What's going on here? Hey, what? Get some rangers over here. We got Tookish Hunters, Proudfoot Protectors. I don't know how far the Proudfoot can actually hit, though. I think it's just a Tookish Hunters firing in. Probably should stop. He's wasting a lot of arrow fire. I don't know. Tough call. Strike my first comment. I think maybe it's worth firing in. Getting about 20-25% wasted ammo, but most of it's actually clearing it and hitting its mark. I was a bit nervous about all that arrow fire going into the side of the hill there, but no. As long as he aims for the units that are more to the left, there's less ammo hitting the side there. Got Harping Archers Unit 53. It's amazing, the Shire's really giving Merkwood a run for their money. Arrow on arrow fight, I thought Merkwood would win that one hands down, even with the Harping Archers. John's certainly doing pretty well there. The Proudfoot Protector's now out front. He's trying to get them closer so he can try and get them to start firing. But the enemy's still a bit out of range. Okay, now it's worth stopping. Pretty much all that ammo is going in the side of that hill there, and he's just got to stop. Alright, let's have a look here. Okay, looks like we have some Proudfoot Protectors caught out there. Unit of 44s left. I wonder if they used up his ammunition before. No, he didn't. Just the one unit there. 3rd Legion Infantry. Katati has charged forward. Bow White's marching up. About at the halfway point now. Rise of War Tank finally out of ammunition. Could get a charge on the Barrow Whites. They're a bit close there for the 2nd Legion Axe Guard. 30 to 39 at the moment. Axe Guard chasing him down. Katati doesn't give him a running start. Oh no, they've still got ammunition. You must have them in guard mode if they can still shoot while being attacked. Goblin Tracker's firing in. It's raining. Oh, this rain will kill you. We saw this before. I remember the last replay. Crossbows just shooting over, lobbing into the troops here. This area not affording the protection that a lot of defenders thought it could. We've got Dunedain Rangers here. I don't know if they've used their ammunition yet. They have their swords out. I'm not sure what they would have been shooting at before. Now, Mounted Company is needed here. They can take out some Barrow Whites. Oh, that's good work there. It's the best way to take out the Barrow Whites is with a good heavy lancer charge, or at least do a lot of damage. It's about taking the Barrow Whites' ability to absorb all their arrow fire, or the jabs, or the axes. The best way to weaken them without wasting too much ammunition is a good cavalry charge. Now, the kill them with cavalry does take a little while in itself, but at least that way you're not wasting any ammunition on them. And they are very vulnerable to it. They will go down. Jev's using his barrel whites well, but he's running out of them. He's running out of his shield here. And this is his second Recon Pike unit, because this is 102, 100 now. Doing the Rangers obviously used up their ammunition because he's charging them in. We've got Swordmasters here from Sigma Sapphirs who blended in nicely with the corpse. Gotta add the is because there's a lot of them. Okay, Spears of War tank down to 23, pretty bloodied up. Craftfire Protectors firing in. The Craftfire Protectors should be firing the Spears of War tank, you'd have to think. Let's see where they're going. Yeah, they're going for them. Down to 17 now. Yeah? Let's try and check out the other side. Bandits use their javelins, damn it. I like seeing the javelin volleys. Hang on, Jean still has javelins here. What's his plan? You can still see them have their javelins out. Surely this can't be on purpose. Arthur and Parkman doing their thing. John literally threw away javelins there. They might have had, maybe they had little ammunition, but they still had ammunition when he threw them into the fight. Okay. Looks like John, sorry. He can't get a target. He's trying to fire, but he just can't. He's just too far away. He's got to move him closer. He can hit the Arthurian pikeman now, but maybe the higher range two heavy swords is a better target. And he's going for it. Bandits under fire? Where are they under fire from? Arthurian Marksman. Unit of 45. Surprised we got so few bandits firing on him. Bandits falling back. How many units the attackers have got here? Oh, they got quite a bit. But they got to engage Kotati on top of the hill here. They don't want to commit too many troops over here. Cousin and Reclaimers looks like they've used up their axes. $46 to $48. The dwarves have the strength and the numbers to defeat the other troops. Both the High Earth and High Lang are heavily diminished and heavily damaged at this point, whereas Hammers are good about it, relatively fresh. And they're just owning the elves at this point. That arrow fire is pretty accurate. Going from the mercenary crossbows. probably why. Well, the protectors, are they really trying to fire? Can they fire over that little courtyard? No, they're pulling back. Got a big push here. Kata's got to reinforce the defense. Just to shore things up here. Got what's left of the Pratt Protector unit, the first one without the general in it. The wars are steamrolling the Orc Bane and the Orc Spearguard. Half Orc Spearguard, half Orc Bane. Bane and Spearguard, same thing. See, imagine the quality of troops. The dwarves are first class, and the half Orc Spearguard and Bane Guard are like, well, baggage carriers pretty much in terms of quality. The dwarves are just rolling these guys like they're not even there. Even with the Dumbman Hunters, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference. It looks like we've got some Snarger Skirmisher fire here. Now that is good. That will help things. They've got to try and target the 3rd Edition infantry if they can and hit the back ranks, the ones that are reinforcing the line. Katati sees the danger, he scrambles to get his troops straight into the enemy's face. Jev has got to get his pikes in there too, he's a little bit too back for my liking. I think the Snarger can still get him. Also, those Guardians of Karandun, if Froggy could potentially get them where he is. I mean, look, as we said, this building doesn't offer you guys too much protection. If you want to get troops there, you've got to get them as close to that building as possible. And even then, the attackers can still get them. See, Froggy deliberately put his Snarg here. We've got most of the unit here on that far point, deliberately to try and get as many hits as he can into the Guardians of Karandun. Despite being armoured up, a lot of troops are falling when those javelins connect. Well, good move there from Jeff. He didn't wait too long to get them out of there. I was just thinking, just running back is not going to cut it, because remember, Lotharian still has his Watchers of the Gullywood and Kindred of Celeborn. Either get him behind buildings far back, or get him into the fight, or get him amongst the Barrow Whites, so the Barrow Whites can take that fire. Now Katati has advanced too far forward for my liking. He's really allowing himself to be outflanked, outnumbered, just overwhelmed here and crushed. Jeva's got to get his pikes up there. And that's not easy. He's got to get through the Lauren and Axemen. We've got high Spearmen coming in. Not high X, sorry. Lotharian Spearmen. Barrow Whites have got to get in there, or they've got to send in the Guardians of Karandun. Possibly right on cue. Good play there from Jev. He saw where they were needed and got them in there straight away. We can see the dwarves being overwhelmed. They're broken actually at this point. But no, there, the Spears of War, thank you again. There's a second unit. Barrow Whites have got to get in there. Crossbows are just arcing their bolts perfectly into the Guardians of Karandun. Bahr Sagarth's absorbing a lot of that fire. Now that fire from the Kindred is pretty accurate. Oh, it is time to run. John has got to get those bandits out of there. They're in tight formation and the Kindred Caliborn is firing on them. It's a recipe for complete destruction. I think Gene just put the units... Sorry, John. I'm sorry if I keep saying Gene or John. I just keep getting confused with how to say it. I think John just put them there and his attention is actually back over here in this fight. Because he just targeted the Phonostaran Knights. Doing a good job too, but by the time he goes back and checks on his other bandit unit, he might not have it. Kotadi's defense here has held up really, really well. The attackers haven't even looked like breaking through. Which is buying Jev the time he needs to sort of just hurt the attackers as much as possible.
We're under attack.
So bandits were hiding before. Well, good fire there on the elves. They went down. Five or six dead a volley. Oh, more Saga skirmishes, a full unit. Bandit's going to try and take a volley here into the snow skirmishes, probably. Oh no. Straight into the Lauren and Swordmasters. Goblin trackers. Taking down a few. Oh, nice work. Good fire there. Goblin tracker is surprisingly pretty accurate there. The Rang had Bahr Sagarth in the center. Now, Dill was telling me, actually today, he just commented on my previous video, that he says that the Axos he doesn't believe are AP like Javelins, but very high base damage. So, against heavily armored units, he believes they won't do too much EPS. I'm not sure what that acronym stands for. I gotta get working on the acronyms. Basically, the gist of what I think he's trying to say is that the Axes do a lot of damage, but they're only really good on units that aren't as heavily armored as others. But I don't know. I think I have to respectfully disagree when it comes to using axes on dwarven units like the Sons of the Fallen, Khazad-dûm Reclaimers, Mithril Guard, whatever. All those high tier units tend to actually take a lot of hits. So I mean, go down fairly quickly under axe and javelin fire. I'm sorry, where I was going with that. I never see any unit do very well after a couple of volleys from axes or javelins. Mithril Guard, I know, has an insane amount of armor. And I've seen them go down very, very fast under javelin and axe throwing fire. Oh, that was pretty juicy. What was that? It looks like Woe's committing a few more men up here now. Clans are mixed in with Axemen. It's a juicy target to go after. Cadavel's firing. Going after Watchers of the Golden Wood, I think. Oh, better. Didn't get as many kills as we might think, but better. And it's out of ammunition charging in. Against the Swordmasters, they'll be cut down very, very fast. There's no contest. I think the momentum right now is with the attackers. They've been reinforced though by some 4th Edition Shield Guard, which has great armor and pushing potential. It'll be tough for the attackers to counter though, at least in the short term. Got a player admitting defeat already. 68 to 67. It's not Froggy. He's still got troops in the fight. Let's have a look. It was a proper gravy. I think it was. Doing our ranges from Magyar. See, this is where javelins and axes will be needed from the attackers to break through this. Bit of friendly fire there from the Goblin trackers. Jev should probably hold his fire. That's too much friendly fire for my liking anyway. Almost half-half when it comes to actually scoring a hit on these guys down here. Yeah, he should just stop. I mean, we've got some 4th Edition Shield Guard and Hammers of Good to Bad that can easily overwhelm the Knights of Luminous and do no ranges without any arrow fire. You know Troll Slayers though? Making short work here, the Shield Guard. It's puncturing them. Magyar should get his dismounted Knights of Luminous out of there. He hit his own troops. You saw the way they fell. See, 4th Edition Shield Guard will almost stand up to anything. The only thing they hate is being outflanked, and clearly Javelin and Axe Fire. Up against anybody else, they would stand up to almost anything for a long period of time. But we saw that unit just get wiped out in less than 30 seconds. And that was just from one unit of Doom Known Troll Slayers. Now, I think we've got maybe 2 units here of Doom Known Troll Slayers. Maybe it's just the one spread out. If he has any ammunition, he has to target the Sons of the Fallen. But I think he's out. He does have another unit though.
They have lost half their men.
But he's choosing. Are they reloading? Are they hiding? What's their plan? Yep. Okay. The guy in the Sons of the Fallen. Magyar should really pull back his general. Unbelievable. Kadati pulled out before he killed him. Will he survive? We got one custody reclaimer troop, one left. We got Kadati with these crossbows here. He could kill the general as well. There's only one man left alive in the Knights from Numas unit, and that's the general. So if they targeted him, all the crossbows will be focused on him right there and there. Kadati could easily kill the general and be done with it, and the Magyar's problems would times 3 at that point, or times 100. Numas gate guard's not liking the crossbows at all. Maybe you should use them or get him out of there. It looks like Custody Reclaimers still have their ammunition. Kadati can destroy these Numas gate guards very easily. Magyar making a critical mistake here. This will hurt. Down to 39, 38. Fortunately for him, they stopped firing. Sons of the Fallen taking some fire there from the javelins. This unit is pretty damaged. Alright, I think that was finally Magyar's general that succumbed to all that. His general was a real trooper. He fought there for so long. 77 to 77. Where is the Kindred Caliber targeting now? We're at some Inquisitors down to 24. General is in the unit, in fact. They haven't even used the witches yet. I don't think. Spears of War think winding up. Most of the units actually winding up, if not all of them. Jefferson doesn't want to get too far forward there. Spears of War think going after the Mithril Guard. Most of them winding up. Eastward Guard getting pretty bloody. They shouldn't be arcing their shots, they should be able to fire directly into them. Jeez, Jev really got his money's worth from these barrel lights. He used them really well, can't really fault it.
We're under attack!
Okay. See what the Spears of Warthane can do here. No, they can't hit them. They stop firing. Got about 10,000 frames left. Not too far now. 80 to 80%. Watchers of the Golden Wood here. Craftford Protectors. This is Jean's unit with the general in it. Targeting Legion Bodyguard. It's a good idea for Sigma to get his troops out of there. Use the mounted company to cover their retreat. Legion Bodyguard is vulnerable. The Numas Gate Guard is down to 5. Alright, 81 to 80 now. What are they trying to hit? Okay. Targeting the crossbows that are out of ammunition. Probably not the best use of their ammunition. Okay, Legion Bodyguard poking their heads around the corner there. Trying to get Lothlorien to waste some ammunition. Okay, Jean's general is gone. No hits there. Oh, the attack has really died down here. Wise has brought up his Diamond Hunters to try and wipe out the Barrow Wights with his archers. Oh, nice work from the Spears of Warthane. Jeff should really get his Barrow Wights into the spears to stop them from firing. Here we go. I don't know what Katati and Jev are doing here, but they've got to wake up. The Diamond Hunters, Kindred of Celeborn, Rudar Clansmen, Cascarnal Guardians, and a couple of units of Rudar Swordsmen, I think. Antimal Straw Hunters, Herodane Pikes. So the attackers still have plenty of units in the tank. Good units too. Now, Froggy's got to get reinforcements over here or his attack is over. Reforged is one of the toughest units I know. They've got great defense, great attack. All in all, really hard to stop. Unless you've got javelins and axes nearby. It looks like we've got a full unit here from low. Let's see what they can do. Can they actually hit anything? Because they appear to be too close here for Froggy's troops. So we're trying to hit the second unit of Blackboard's Legion. I'm trying to hit what they can. Alright, there goes Froggy's General. Blackboard's Legion getting pretty bloodied up. Guardians moving up to run interference for the Troll Shores so they can retreat. I think Dunland's attack is over. 83 to 82. The attack over there has pretty much failed. Sigma's general has abandoned everything, everyone. Don't know if he admitted defeat. I missed it if he did. Well, I don't know what Kentucky and Jev are waiting for. They should be sending over all their troops to try and, well, head off the attackers over here. This is the only way they can come at them. (84 to 82) in favour of the attackers.
Only half our force remains.
Troll's trying to mess up the Guardians' formation. Oh, nice hits! Solid strikes there on the Guardians. Pretty much wiped out their effectiveness in this fight anyway. Took out more than half the unit with those two catapult strikes. Troll Axo is coming in. It could have been worse. Kindred Celeborn. Sigma didn't admit defeat. If he had, Kindred Celeborn would be running away. Trollshaw actually was trying to bring down the Mithril Guard, obviously on the right flank. Stopped a few troops in their tracks. Okay, Trollshaw's out of ammunition. 85 to 85. Remember, Roy still has the Eternals Trollhunters, which does have the ability to tip this battle back in the attacker's favour. Full unit of Trollshire Axar was moving up again. Well, they had like 4 or 5 of them. Good hits. We got here, we've got the witches, orc hunters, and hammers are good to bad. Axar was struggling to find a target.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
87 to 88. Trollshire is wasting a lot of ammunition trying to bring down these guys. Constitution down to 40. What can the Optimus Trollhunters do here? What are they going to try and target? Hammers good about broken through quite easily, getting into the ranks of the Eternals before they even fire a shot. Jeez, if Roy doesn't hurry up, he's going to lose that unit. Well, almost a full unit of Rudar Swordsmen. You gotta tug at the hammers good about it, they're coming right for him. Jeez, it's taking them a while, isn't it? Okay, going to times 2 speed, I think. Oh, Witchify coming in through. Timed it perfectly, took out the Witchroll and Slavers, most of them.
In our favor. Victory will be ours.
Took out a chunk of the Heridan Pikes as well. Then you got bodyguard broken through.
That is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
This just seemed like Woe got a lot of opportunities to use his Eternal Scientists very well. And we got the Ritual Inquisitors here surprising the elves from the rear. Kentucky had his general in this unit. $90 to $95. Alright, there goes Kentucky's general. And there goes Woe's general. Yep, this is definitely going the attackers' way. Let's just run away here from the attackers. And so congratulations to the defenders, JevAndMe on 2,854, Jean Lanez, or Lanez, 2,184, Kentucky 2,554, Maggio 853, Proper Gravy 999, Sigma Furs 1075, Froggy 984, and War Nemia 25 750. Looking at the kill count there, Barrow Weiss 226 to 93, Trolls of Angmar 135, Trolls of Gunabad did pathetic 146. Not Jev's fault, but I'm really surprised they got so little kills. Richon Parkin ranged from 463 to 249. Bundabergar 130 to 189, Blackbox Legion 97 to 139. Saga Archers ranged from 90 to 148. Common Draggers 97 to 169. Catapult 278. The rest of the units did okay to excellent. So thank you to JevAndMe for sending in the replay. Unfortunate there for the attackers. It was a great ambush there by Jean with the Eagles at the start. That took out a lot of Proper's archers before he had a chance to use any of them really. And was a real thorn in the attacker's side. So it's just good play there from the defenders, and they didn't have to fall back at all. They held the outer defense. We don't see that very much. So congratulations to them for doing that. Thank you to JevAndMe for sending in the replay. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one.